Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is September 26, 2023. I believe it is a Tuesday, although it seems like a Wednesday to me. And anyway, this is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report and Day Trader S&P 500 YouTube channel. As always, we want to try to get our YouTube subscribers caught up with what our newsletter subscribers have already received. So without further ado, let's look at the Qs because we haven't looked at them, I don't think, lately. As you know, it topped on July 19th. All the indexes didn't top together. They don't go down the same amount in bear markets, and there are stocks that can diverge from the major indexes. Like Tesla had a 786 drop, but none of the indexes did. Anyway, let's get back to the action here. We have 5 waves down for wave 1. We have an A, B, C up for wave 2, which was a 786 retracement. We've got a 1 down and a 2 up. We've got several targets for wave 3. There was the 1.0 and there was the 1.618. There is the 2.618 hanging out here at 348 basically. Okay, so this thing obviously is extending. It's by the way, when you're counting waves, you can count 5, then 9, then 13, then 17, then 21, up to infinity to count the waves in an impulse pattern, which is 5 waves in the direction of the main trend. And in correction, you can go 3 and then, 3 and then 7 and then 9 on up. Okay, so anyway, this one still looks like it's developing. It went below the wave 1 low, so then the next logical target is this 2.618 for this wave 3. Okay, let me just put that on there for you guys. Okay, let's do that here. That would be a 3 of that degree, which this would be 2.618 of 1, and this would also be wave 3 with the parentheses around it. It could be, or it could extend. Let me put that down there because that's a nice cluster of 2 for a target. Okay, there we go. This is where wave 3 with the parentheses is equal to wave 1 with the parentheses, and this is where wave 3 without parentheses is equal to that wave 1 without parentheses. Okay, without getting too technical with degrees of trend. Okay, so that's what we're looking at in the Qs. I want to get to the S&P 500 cash. This is a daily chart. You can see it topped on 727, whereas the Q's topped on 719. Okay, we have a 1 down, which is if you look at the Fibonacci time zone that we've been using recently, that's 1, and then the 1.618 brought us right to wave 2 high on September 1. Okay, and then the 2.618 brought us to the 926 low, which was today. So as far as time is concerned, it's perfect. And by the way, I'll just throw this out there. The next time in the zone, in the Fibonacci time zone sequence, is the 3.618, which is October 18th. I'll just tell you guys now, we'll get to it later, but that's when we might expect this larger wave 3 with a circle around it to bottom. We'll get a 4 in between here and then a 5. Okay, I can just show you guys here. I'll text it in there. We should get, well, there's the 4 targets right there. Okay, I don't have to type it in, it's already there. So if that's 3, there's 4 targets. That 618 is right on or below or just at the 1 low. We've had a lot of these fourth waves that go right up to the wave 1 low and don't cross it. And that's an excellent shorting opportunity because your risk is the distance between the wave 4 high and the wave 1 low, which sometimes is a point or 2 or 5, and your reward is down here, 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 and here. So you get 1 or 2 points risk and reward, you know, roughly 300, 200 and something. So yeah, unbelievable opportunities when these fourth waves go high. So we'll see what this one does, or this this third wave could still further extend. Okay, so we're going to be watching that, and we've got that in our report, which I'll show you guys a little bit later. Let's get into the E Minis. Okay, I'll make that bigger so we can get everything in it. There we go. We're in full screen mode now. Okay, let's bring that down there. There's that B wave high, 1 down, 2 up, 3 down. Again, it hit on the 1.0 from the high, then the 1.618 brought us to September 1, then the 2.618, you can see down here in blue, brought us to 926. We had a target of 43.10, hit 43.0550, and here's our wave 4 targets. I have that on a chart, which I'll show you guys. I know sometimes these little numbers are hard to read, but the 382 is 44.05, the 50% is 44.35.75, and the 618 is 44.6650. Okay, once we get a 4 up here, then we'll get a 5 down here to complete the larger degree wave 3, which targets are here. That one's already been achieved, the 1-to-1. The 1.272 is 42.32. The 1.414 is 41.91, and the 1.618 is 41.32. And that, if this continues to mark turn points, it should mark that wave 3 of 1 greater degree of trend low. Let's get out of that and see what we have on the we're looking at an hourly chart here. Again, this is a little bit crowded down here, but I've got a chart on that. I'll show you guys here when we're done. These little circles here don't seem to want to stay, but there's the 2-wave high with a circle around it. We've got wave 1 down. We had a trigger. What we've been doing for many months now with our newsletter subscribers, we give them trigger points and then targets. So if it goes below this trigger here, which it did, and then it dips up above, but still that trigger gives, and those targets are gone, but they've been achieved. And our most recent trigger was this wave 3 low here, this 43.66. We got below it there. Again, that brought these lower targets into play. Okay, so we've got that 1, 2, 3, 4, and we were looking for 5 to end the larger wave 3. But let's get you guys to the reports, because those are a little bit easier to see. We can start with the pre-market open from yesterday. Okay, let me get up to the top of that page, make sure I got that. Yes, we do. Okay, there was the one we were just showing you with the hourly bar. That one had the Fibonacci time spiral at 922, which it went over by maybe, was it 3 trading days. But again, there's the 4th wave. We have 5 wave targets here, 42.84 and on below. The big one is the 43.10 where 3 equals 1, which we hit today, and we extended that wave 3 to be down here, because it obviously extended this larger wave 3. We showed you guys on the other one, but that 1.618 was fairly close. But that became the trigger yesterday, and it activated the targets below. Here was the Fibonacci time zone. Okay, and we've got an update on that again. This is yesterday's report. There's our Fibonacci time spiral. There's our zone. We were looking for a low. Okay, remember it's a bear market. Surprises will be to the downside. And again, order of preference, wave pattern, price, and time. Doesn't look like wave 3 with a circle around it is over yet. And wave 3 with parentheses may have already ended. Okay, there was our downside trigger. There's our targets. This one was achieved. Got an open gap we've been talking about for months, still sitting just below there, and then the 2.618 multiple there. Okay, our wave 2 counter trend bounce highs, which serve as our make or break, or where is the count wrong, are the wave 2 highs at 3 different degrees of trend. You can see them there. And we said yesterday we expect this to bottom in our time zone. Well, we've been saying it since a week or so ago, between 920 and 926. Okay, at the higher degree of trend, there are the wave 3 targets there. Okay, so let's go from that. I want to get you guys to the market close report today. Okay, that gets everything updated. There we had a target price of 10. It hit 0550 within a half a point. You can see there. This is much cleaner. You can see we have 1, 2, and then 3 targets here. There's where 3 equals 1 with a circle around it, which it attained today. But again, I said this third wave right here obviously extended. Okay, we get a third of a third of a third wave. This is 1, 2, and that's 3 of 3, and this B is actually a second wave in reality, so this is a C or third wave. So we've got 3 waves down at 3 degrees of trend. Some people get a little bit confused by all the targets, but we got to keep track of them. Okay, so if this 3 holds, we're looking for wave 4 up to these targets here. Okay, again, it should hold below that wave 1 with the parentheses low. And then from there, we'll get a 5 down, which will complete the larger wave 3 and those targets there. Again, the Fibonacci time zone points to October 18th. Okay, and there are the price targets. This worked out perfectly with regards to price and time. We'll see if it keeps going there. There's that time zone, or the 920 to 926. Okay, what we've been saying for a long time, we anticipate wave 3 to bottom between 920 and 926, and it did. Scored a direct hit within 4.5 points on the futures. Okay, there's the wave 4 upward retracements. A move below the 43.0550 low indicates that the upward retracement is complete, or that this third wave decided to extend farther to the downside. And we'll watch that on our 1 to 5 to 10 minute charts to see what the pattern looks like, to see if this move up is actually complete or it's just extending to the downside. We'll look at that on the smaller degree patterns, not hourly or daily or anything like that. That's what the what we get out of the monthly subscription. Okay, so there's all the rest of the stuff. Oh yeah, there's this open exhaustion gap at 42.98. I think it goes back to May or June. That should be closed. It's close to being closed now, but if it doesn't catch it on this third wave down, it'll probably close it on the 5th wave down of the larger degree wave 3. Okay, so if that's 4, the red, then you get a 5 with parentheses, which will complete wave 3, and that should take care of that open gap, which you don't see on this chart because it's back so many months. Okay, so that should do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the price and time direct hit today. I know I sure did. And till next time, take care, everyone.